Ah, I'm so bad. Well, that works. Hey, what's up everyone? Danny here. Behind me is the Pixio PX325c. It's a 32-inch 1080p 144Hz curved gaming monitor. Pixio contacted me asking if I would be interested in checking it out, and initially I was not due to the specs. 32 inches and 1080p in the same sentence, I'm not sure if that works out that well. And I was upfront about it. You know, I told Pixio that I thought this might be a weird product. So I told them that, and they were very understanding of that. And they actually wanted to send the monitor over anyways. That's why it's sitting there in the background, because they stood behind their product and they believed that when I actually used it, my mind would change. Pixio's kind of a brand new company, or relatively new. They just launched last year, 2016. And I really like their model. Their company found by gamers, and they're trying to make the higher end stuff more affordable. So I gave it a shot, and here are my thoughts. First, let's go over the specs so you can get an idea of what we're looking at here. As mentioned before, this is a 32-inch monitor with a 1920 by 1080 resolution. It has a refresh rate of 144Hz, and the FreeSync range is 59 to 144Hz. The monitor is advertised to have a 4 millisecond response time and a contrast ratio of 3000 to 1. It has an 1800R curve, which means if you were to continue its curve until you came around and completed a full circle, the radius of that circle would be 1800 millimeters, or around 6 feet. It uses a Samsung VA panel, which is the middle ground of panel types. TN panels sacrifice image quality and viewing angle for higher refresh rates and lower response times, so it's very targeted towards gamers, and IPS kind of does the opposite, having pretty average refresh rates and response times in favor of better viewing angles, color accuracy, and gamut, great for video and photo editors. VA is an in-betweener with higher refresh rates than IPS, better color and viewing angles than TN, and the best contrast ratio of the three. Taking a look at the back, we have a cover that can be used if you want to keep things looking tidy. It's good for setups where people can see the back of your monitor. Back here we see one DVI, one HDMI, and one display port, as well as audio in. For power, you use a standard cord, which I was really glad to see because both of the monitors in my current setup have power breaks, which is annoying both in terms of cable management and on the off chance that you lose the cable, it malfunctions, something like that. It's not easily replaceable, so standard cables are a plus for me. Aesthetically, this monitor comes in a full matte finish, so that means no reflections from the bezels and less fingerprints. On the front, there's a very subtle model number in light gray, and on the back, there's the Pixio logo in their signature red. The buttons are located on the bottom right side and are pretty standard. You have your power, menu, and navigating buttons for adjusting things like picture profiles, brightness, colors, and they also have other added gamer features like the ability to set a timer and for a red dot overlay so that you can no-scope easier without having to draw on your monitor with a magic marker. I'm not sure how many people will actually be using these gaming features, but they are there if you want them. The monitor comes with a metal stand that has a really minimal design. It only has tilt functionality though, there's no swivel or height adjustment. I actually like it compared to some of the other stands they've had in their past models. This one is noticeably less bulky and takes up less surface area, great for space so you can keep more important things on your desk. Pixio also sent their P400 stand, which you can buy standalone or bundled. The standard monitor does not come with it. The stand supports monitors with 75mm and 100mm VESA hole patterns. The stand has the ability to swivel, adjust height, and rotate, and you can use it with other VESA mount compatible monitors, not just Pixio. I made sure to test that the monitor was actually 144Hz as advertised. Basically how this works is that each square lights up one after another per refresh cycle. So at 144Hz, it will light up 144 boxes in succession in 1 second. What we want to see is no missed squares, otherwise that represents a missed frame. What you're seeing right now is shot at 30 FPS, so it looks like there's gaps and missed squares when there really isn't. I would need a 144 FPS camera to show you, and I don't have that. I can, however, set my camera to 1/10 of a second exposure time, so if 1 second is 144 successive boxes lit up, 1/10 of a second should be 14.4 boxes. And here you see it. It captured 14 boxes and part of a box, which is that 0.4 of a box, with no skipped boxes in between. So this is good. It is indeed 144Hz as advertised. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to test the response time with any accuracy, since there's not really a good test to do that. So we're gonna have to hope that Pixio is telling the truth with their 4 millisecond claim. I used this monitor for a few weeks, and I have to admit that my mind was changed from how I initially felt. My biggest concern, the pixel density and screen size, still remain a problem, but only if you're doing things where there's either lots of text or static images. That's when the issue is the most pronounced. Otherwise, when you're using it for watching movies, videos on YouTube, and gaming, it looks really great, and I couldn't notice individual pixels at all. Gameplay was buttery smooth with a high refresh rate, and I tried to actively look for any ghosting due to the unverified response time, and was not able to find any instances of it, so whatever the official number is, I didn't find it an issue. The colors from the panel looked good. Having extensively used an IPS panel for everything I do for the last couple of years, I did see where the VA panel falls a little short compared to IPS. But also having used my test bench monitor for a really long time, I definitely noticed how much better the colors are than a TN panel. This is my first time extensively using a curved monitor, and to me, I didn't feel like it made too much of a difference than a flat monitor would. This is probably because 16:9 isn't wide enough to get far into my peripherals, where curving it and bringing it back in would make a noticeable difference. Maybe on an ultra wide, I'd be able to see more of a difference and get that immersive experience that everyone talks about. This monitor costs $350, which is by no means cheap, but it is one of the best priced ones in its class. That's 1080p, 144Hz, curved 32 inches. Most of the price is attributed to the refresh rate, which if you ever search for any monitors with higher refresh rates, you just know that the price just goes up really fast, as well as just the large panel size. It's just more materials to make, as well as a larger panel that you have to stick in there. That stuff just costs more. I really did enjoy gaming on it. I just couldn't see myself, using it as a main monitor because of the size. It just doesn't work well for things like editing, word processing, or like writing emails and stuff like that. So I can see two use cases of this monitor. One is for people who just primarily game. If all you use your computer for is gaming and then watching movies and like YouTube and stuff, then this is a great monitor. The size works fine and the pixel density isn't going to be an issue. The second use case is, if you aren't like that and you do all the other things, is to have a side monitor. You use this as your primarily content consumption monitor, and then you have a main one for doing your emails, your word processing, and your editing, all that good stuff. But I'm really curious what you guys think of this. Would you consider buying this, or would you even consider it at all? Would you be interested in this monitor if it was given to you for free? And if the answer is yes, then perfect, because Pixio is partnering with me to give away one of these 325c monitors to one of you viewers. I'll have the information down in the description section below, but it's going to be a Gleam giveaway, and to enter, all you have to do is follow Pixio on Facebook, as well as be subscribed to my channel. And I'll probably add some bonus entries in there for some Twitter related actions. But the giveaway will run for 2 weeks, and at the end of the 2 weeks I will draw a winner and announce it. Unfortunately, this giveaway is not international. It's only open to residents in the US, which does include Hawaii and Alaska, and Canada. Anybody living outside of those regions, you are ineligible, and I apologize for that, but I did not make the rules or guidelines for this. I'm just a messenger. That's gonna wrap it up for this video though, so if you enjoyed or found it helpful at all, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you as always for watching. I really do appreciate it, and good luck to everyone out there who's entering to try to win this monitor. But other than that, I look forward to reading all your comments down below, as well as seeing you in the next video. Bye.